I just want to remind you, though, something that I know other speakers have talked about here as well, which is that all inquiry is not created equal, and to think about how you find the right people to ask your questions. And something that feeds all through the way we think about strategic leadership is being very mindful about thinking through the questions you ask, but also the people that you ask those questions to, right? And I'll give you just one way that I learned this early. When I was in college, I was a lifeguard at a national park, at Acadia National Park in Maine. Any of you ever been to Acadia National Park? Beautiful park. I was the lifeguard at Sand Beach, which is a nice ocean beach, very short, a quarter-mile long. Best summer job ever, because it's Maine. No one swims in Maine, you know? So best summer job for a college student. I just sat there on the beach and answered questions. And there were two questions that I got multiple times in any given summer. The first question, is that a whale? Well, there was this rock out there that when the tide was right, it looked just like a whale. And to me, well, first of all, you know, I always knew it. I could look at, and up on the stairs there'd be all the binoculars trained on that, and so I knew that all these people were excitedly looking at the whale. And I'd leave them alone, because it's exciting to see a whale, and I didn't want to ruin that part of their vacation. But if they asked me, I would say, no, it's a rock. That to me is a good question. And it's when someone comes up to the lifeguard and asks them that question, that's good inquiry. I've never seen something like that. Who around here might have the knowledge of what that is? And I will go ask them that question. That's good inquiry, right? The other question, how high above sea level are we? I got that multiple times. And it's odd, right? It's the ocean. It's the beach right there. So in some ways it makes sense. If you've ever been to Acadia, you hike all the mountains and there's a sign that sort of tells you how high you are. And so you start to think about this as part of, especially with your family, everyone starts to care in some ways. And I think it was easy. But however, that's a bad question, okay? That's a stupid question. I think no stupid question. I actually kind of think maybe that one is. And the point here about that is why I think that's bad inquiry, not just that it's funny, but it's that you're not actually being mindful. You're not stepping back for a moment and assessing the situation before you seek out information. And I want to leave you with that idea of part of what we think about is for all 6 of these steps, it's being mindful about this that we see stands out. And it's recognizing what those gaps are and where those gaps come from.